Franchise.
Get in like the Marines.
Franchise.
Yeah. We're
Franchise.
in.
Franchise. Franchise the damn thing.
Welcome to Franchise Addicts, a podcast covering every film in a given franchise. My name is Luke,
And I'm Chris.
and this week we begin our sixth franchise
We're back.
and the granddaddy of them all,
The granddaddy.
The Godfather.
That's right.
It is weird to call it the granddaddy and then say that the movie's called The Godfather, which
Yeah.
is...
The
I
God-
suppose you could be
the
you could be
goddaddy.
a grandfather and Vito himself was a grandfather in this film and The Godfather.
Absolutely.
He was the godfather to not Frank Sinatra that's in this movie.
Oh, yeah. You know, what's his face?
Johnny Fontaine.
Johnny Fontaine. Amazing performance.
That
by
olive
guy.
oil voice.
Oh, yeah. Give him the role.
Johnny Fontaine. He could have been a huge star.
There's no way he's going to get the role. And then, man, that guy, yeah, he's
So yeah, we've been off for a little bit.
little break. Yeah, we're gonna get the rust off, back into some very big movies, big serious things. There was a break.
I would like to say that the break wasn't primarily because we realized the weight of having to try and cover the Godfather
No,
trilogy,
yeah,
but it did have something to do with it.
there was a little bit of that. It's definitely well,
It almost did take me a month to finish the film because it's so long.
it's a long one,
It is long.
and it's something.
Not the longest movie we've covered. I think The Brutalist will hold that title
It's tough to beat The Brutalist.
for a long time.
We got to get a 4-hour feature.
They're out there.
They are. I can't name one off the top of my head. But here's the interesting entry point for the listeners. So when we first started the show in July of last year, we did the Alien franchise. Some of you remember that. And the kind of the catch there was that Luke had seen Alien from '79, I believe, once, right? You just saw it once?
One time.
Yeah. And I had not seen any of the other Alien movies.
Refused to watch any of the other Alien
What?
movies.
You refused?
I liked the first Alien movie so much and had heard how different the other ones were, but I was like, I'm not going to pollute
I
this
didn't know that
movie,
part.
This
Maybe-
grand movie. I don't even think I said anything.
No.
I had said that I knew I didn't want to see Aliens because it was directed by James
oh, yeah,
Cameron.
Your favorite guy.
And so that like began the, if I'm not going to like Aliens, they're like, well, you're not going to like the third one. And
Totally wrong.
You know, you might like Prometheus, but like you're not going to really
Yeah.
know what's going on. I'm like, great. All right.
Just a lot of work. But, I certainly can't throw stones at that because the reason I bring that up is because probably the biggest movie blind spot, you guys are going to, it's embarrassing to admit this, but you know what? Before doing this episode, I had never seen The Godfather.
Yeah,
I still
you're never gonna believe that was the end of the story on the Godfather episode. That Chris had never seen the Godfather. There it is.
I had not seen it. I've still haven't seen the second, haven't seen the third. Obviously heard of it, but it was something that I didn't get around to. I don't really know why. I feel like I didn't have any siblings. I'm an only child. Obviously, the movie's from '72. Not that I didn't eventually. I saw Taxi Driver. I saw Space Odyssey 2001. I saw The Shining. I saw a lot of those things. So why not The Godfather? I honestly don't know. I guess I felt like, oh, well, I've seen all the Scorsese gangster movies. I've seen all these things that have been informed by The Godfather, so maybe I don't need to rush to see it. But honestly, it honestly just seems like something I didn't get around to.
Yeah, this was a like watch with friends in college type movie.
Yeah.
I think I initially watched it in high school with a group of friends, and then watched the full trilogy in college. It's always on AMC. That's like the big joke is that I think once every year they just play the trilogy on
24
repeat.
hours.
Yeah, 24 hours of The Godfather. So it's like Shawshank Redemption. You can go on cable any day of the week and The Godfather's probably playing or will be playing tomorrow. And so I've caught this movie, bits and pieces. It's so prevalent in pop culture.
Yeah.
Every TV show, every animated TV show has their one episode that's basically their take on The Godfather. And so even if you've never seen the movie, you probably have a good idea about the tropes, the stuff that we get from it, the main acting, what was good about it, and all that sort of stuff.
That's a point that I should add in is probably, and as I did watch this, there were so many things that I knew.
Yeah.
Like the horse head and the take the cannoli, leave the gun, take the cannoli. All these things that were so ever present in pop culture. I was like, okay, it almost felt like maybe you didn't need to see it because you already had seen it. But again, not a good excuse. I'm very glad I got around to it. But yeah, that's it. It's people say what it's like the most important movie of modern cinema.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is the most influential. You can basically look at American movie history from the 1970s on and see all of the takes on The Godfather that have existed since. I mean, Goodfellas is essentially the 90s version of The Godfather. It's faster paced, with Scorsese adding in, more of the quick cuts. It's faster. It's more upbeat. It's more vulgar. It's more violent. But it is still following that same type of feeling. And it's, that feeling of family. It's the
Italian mob story.
Yeah. And so this is something that I find very interesting. I brought it up to Chris at the last time, that I had watched this for this particular episode that we're doing and, doing some research on it and stuff like that. I was wondering to myself, like, why is it so influential? And obviously, I'm sure books have been written about this subject, but this is, what I came up with, great artists steal. So I'm going to steal this point and parade it as my own.
He's a great artist.
That The Godfather is essentially our American version of the stories of kings, queens, and knights that have been told forever. Shakespeare was writing about life in general, and the way that he chose to write about life and situations that people find themselves in is to set it in a royal court. Most of his plays are about royalty and how they're dealing with, everyday things that people, death, loss, love, family, is blood thicker than, water, all that sort of stuff. And so we get all of that through the mob. So what it does for storytelling is it gives you characters that even before you're watching the movie, because mob and the mob culture in America is so prevalent that as, kids and as we grow up, we just hear about it. What the Don is, what the leader of the family, what the mob generally does to make its money, the illegal activities that it's a part of. That they usually have, the lawyer, the fixer guy that's kind of helping them stay, just one step ahead of the law. They've got their heavy, the guy that's, the hitman.
Yeah.
You've usually got the hothead that, he's going crazy. He's super violent, and you just got to rein him in.
Biting his wrist.
You got the tactician, the guy that's always one move ahead of all the other ones. And then you can just attribute family names to the different factions that are vying for power. And so what royalty brought to storytelling, the mob has brought to American movie storytelling. And it's why The Godfather is so important to everything. Because, like Chris was saying, he almost didn't even have to watch this movie. And he knows almost everything that's going on and going to happen because those characteristics of the people in the movie, of the characters, are so baked into everything that we know.
Yeah. It does also allow for a lot of life and death and violence, which is true in the royalty stories as well, for sure.
The betrayal.
Betrayal's a big one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, betrayal, deceit, same thing. But violence that we can kind of get behind.
Yeah.
And it's not a war movie because those are different, although those are also popular. But to have some and crime too, crime, violence, murder, that even your average Joe can be like, I'm cool with this.
Well, we talked about it in Batman too, the idea of the anti-hero, and because the person is the main character of the story, you naturally as the audience get behind that person regardless of what they're doing necessarily. Breaking Bad is the great show that literally follows the transformation and asks the audience continually, are you going to still cheer for this guy? Are you still going to cheer for this guy? And a lot of people did cheer for Walter White almost all the way to the end. And the same thing goes for the Corleone family here, where because they're the main focus of the movie, they're the main characters, and we are introduced to them. We know all the backstory, everything that's going into these guys. Even when they're doing terrible, awful things, we're still cheering for them. Even if the other families are, doing something that the Corleone family would obviously do too, which is, take guys out and, use murder to gain power. When the Corleones do it, we cheer. When the other families do it, we hiss and boo. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's a crazy, amazing thing that storytelling has allowed us to do, is to get behind bad people.
Get behind bad people, get behind stories that are violent. I mean, even, it's like going into the, gladiator events being really entertaining. I think we're naturally, as human beings, we don't like to be involved in it. That's horrible.
Well,
we don't
like
actually
watching it.
But yes, we love to watch it and love that in our stories. And, that's why, movies about golf aren't, taking over the nation.
Not yet. They'll get there.
Tin Cup came close.
It did. Costner.
But it's just because we naturally are drawn to this, and it's obviously something that's not part of, it's not part of many of our lives.
Yes. Many of us are not going to be in the mob or even interact with the mob in any way.
And it's kind of cool, though, to think about it.
But we all, in many ways, try to act like we are, even when we're
acting like
not.
We're the mob? How do you act like you're in the mob?
Oh, you've never had just sitting around with your buddies and you're just like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be cool if we just were in the mob together, man?
I've never had that
really
discussion.
Right.
I mean, that's maybe, I don't know. We're just like, hey guys, what if we were in the mob?
I mean, it's just basically who would be the Godfather? Who would be who would be our heavy?
I like that.
Yeah,
that's a fun game. I just didn't have fun friends, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's a natural draw to this stuff. And so you got a good. Now, have you read the book that it's based off?
I have not read the book.
I heard it's salacious and it's more. There's a lot more extra kind of scandalous stuff going on.
There is There's some implied stuff about Sonny in the movie that is more
penis
straightforward.
Stuff. Yeah. So
had a hog.
He does. And you think James Caan was like, I think we should lean more into that.
Yeah. Well, there's a woman in the movie literally doing the hand gesture.
Yeah. But apparently that's I heard that too. It plays like a big part in the book.
Yeah.
But there's the book was important. But I guess you want to talk about the Francis Ford Coppola of it all, because that's obviously taking this material, taking stuff that we all like. And here's another question, and I don't know the answer to this. Mob movies before The Godfather.
Oh, many of them, yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, there's an entire genre that
I know there's gangster movies.
Well, even film noir is largely based around mobsters and crime.
So why did this one do what it did?
The Italianness of it.
Okay.
Making it strictly Italian and making it family orientated.
Just like the Fast and Furious series. It's all about family.
All about family.
And like the Olive Garden.
when
That's
you're
what happened.
here.
Your family.
Exactly. Never ending pasta, baby.
And those breadsticks and family. But that's a good question though. So the Italianness, the family nature, but then you have to, in my opinion, put the director and the actors and all that just made it this.
It's the right place, right time.
Sure.
Type of scenario that when we have 40 years to look back on the film, almost over 50 now.
Yeah.
Years to look back on the film, you're like, well, yes, it's a Francis Ford Coppola movie. Obviously, it's probably great.
Yeah, early stuff from here for him.
Basically, his first, monumental movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy was in the industry. He had written Patton, I believe, at this point. He had done some other work, and this was a big swing by the producer to get him signed on. The studio did not love the idea of Coppola. He was kind of thought as a weirdo. He was a messy, grungy looking, an artist, where you're like, I don't like being around this guy because he's weird, but man, he makes some good shit.
Makes some good stuff. Don't want to hang out with him too long. So
he gets really into this idea. He loves the book. It gets optioned around. There's great backstory about this script and how it was created and the rights to the book. Because as soon as this was released, so the author of the book, his name is Mario Puzo. He's also the co-writer of the screenplay. And so Puzo releases this book. He's kind of a schlub nobody too. And he's a failing writer. And I think the story behind it, whether this is true or not, is that his wife is like, why don't you write about something that you actually know about? Because he had been kind of trying to do, fiction and, just come up with crazy ideas like fiction writers do, not necessarily putting himself into the story. And she was just kind of like, write about being in an Italian family. You tell me crazy stories about it all the time. So just write about that. And so he does, and it's a sensation.
And he added the mob, or was he in the mob?
Well, he knew people peripherally that, these are all like stories of stories that he had heard, growing up and stuff like that.
That's very cool. And also,
he's, 40, 50 years old when he writes this. So he's probably first, second generation Italian immigrant. So, I mean,
makes sense.
It's all fresh.
Yeah. I also think, you talked about the right place and the right time and thinking about the 70s for movies.
Yeah.
And what that was.
This is considered the golden age of American film.
Yeah, and it was just kicking off, right? So the obviously the 50s and 60s we don't quite have it yet, but the 70s we go into full gear with the auteur directors. Do we have auteur directors in the 60s? I mean, I'm sure we. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock for sure. But maybe not a lot of others. I don't know.
I'm sure there are, and we just don't have the film history to know.
Sure. So, but I guess and for the modern film buff or whatever, the 70s is where a lot of it starts, and so this is it. This is right in the beginning of that generation, and you get. I think another thing that's cool, that's very important, is the two generations of actors that you get crossing paths, right? You get the Brando and the kind of the old guard, with the new guard of your obviously your Pacino, your Duvall, your James Caan, all those people that are so young and up and coming, but they this turned them into stars. It certainly didn't hurt. I don't know if this was their defining movie. This
definitely defines Pacino's career.
You think so?
He was a well-respected. I don't know if he was quite doing Broadway shows yet, but he was a successful theater actor.
Soft-spoken at this time too.
The studio did not want him to be the lead.
He was short
because he was very short and
he had the lifts.
Didn't have the menace that people, when they were reading the book, thought. They actually wanted James Caan to be Michael.
Okay.
And he had tried out for Michael, and when he didn't get it and found out he got Sonny, he was pretty pleased with that too. So it all ends up working out. We'll set the scene a little bit. 1972 is when the first film comes out. Francis Ford Coppola co-writes the screenplay with Mario Puzo, the author of the book. That book came out in 1969.
Oh wow! So it's pretty shortly before the movie.
Correct.
They optioned this thing quick.
Yeah, like I said, this book comes out. It is a sensation, and then the studios immediately are like, "We need to get in on this." Bob Evans is a big character in this. He's, I think, Paramount. He was one of the main producers at. He is a very eclectic Hollywood man. Anything you can find out about Bob Evans, just look him up. He's hilarious. It's starring Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Robert Duvall,
Diane Keaton.
And it wins Best Picture in 1972. It also wins Brando as Best Actor. It also wins Best Adapted Screenplay, and is nominated for 7 Oscars in total. It makes about $200 million, $250 million in that ballpark. Huge hit.
Yeah.
And it has this crazy confluence of all these amazing people. I'm not going to remember all the names of them, but the cinematographer goes on to be one of the great cinematographers of all time. The color palette and stylings that he uses to shoot this movie become, some of the most iconic work ever done. The score is an iconic score that has been used over and over and over again. You can literally hear the first 5 notes of it and go, Godfather score.
Yeah.
And this is just, it's hard to describe how much of a smash hit this is for this very adult, R-rated 1972, like, first time people are kind of seeing this 3-hour epic type movie on screen.
Was that? I wonder how normal was it to have a 3-hour movie?
I mean, unless it's like Lawrence of Arabia, I think it's relatively. But Lawrence
that was a thing. That was so that
yeah,
happened.
and like Spartacus is rather long. But these are like epics in the true version of where it's like huge scale. Like Lawrence of Arabia is shot in the desert and like huge landscapes, huge amount of extras and huge battles and stuff like that. The Godfather is small.
Yeah.
There's almost everything is shot in rooms. And it's just dialogue for 3 hours. And like there is some action here and there, but like a lot of the pace of this movie is the editing and just how intrigued you are to continue on with the story. Like it's not like, I can't wait for this, huge battle scene that happens in the third act. Like it just doesn't happen.
It's got to be the characters. I mean the editing to the story, but the characters and their kind of growing sense of menace and everything that's going on here.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk our way through this movie. Chris and I, disclosure up front, are not experts on The Godfather.
I just saw it.
As little as I want to tell you to go listen to other podcasts about The Godfather, check it out. They will have more in depth. It's basically where I'm stealing a bunch of the, facts about the movie, but
and I'm just going to react as the guy that just saw The Godfather for the first time.
You're here for mine and Chris's reactions to this film, so let's give them.
Let's do it.
We begin at a wedding.
Yeah, big wedding.
Absolutely just gorgeous scene, but I tried to watch it through your eyes as much as I could. Like, what would it be like if this was the first time I had seen this?
You want to know?
It had to be chaotic. Like, did you have any idea like what was going on for the first 5 minutes?
No, and here's the thing. So I lied actually. A year ago, because I knew that like and you and I had been talking about movies, and I had told you like, I've never, kind of like a dirty secret, I've never seen The Godfather, and I threw it on at my house in the summer of, or no, the spring of 2023. Yeah, let's just say that, close to that time. And but I was doing the thing that I do when I'm at home by myself watching movies, and I go on my phone and I'm not paying full attention. It's the worst. If you're out there, I'm sure you could probably relate to this. If you can't, then I'm glad for you. You're a better human being than I am. You're less addicted to your phone. That's awesome. I love that. I wish I was like you. But I put it on, and then I'm checking my phone. I'm scrolling through things, and I'm like, what the hell is this wedding? It's just, and it's going on forever. And what? And I was actually like, my first thought was, this is a little boring. Now, I then watched it without my phone a couple weeks ago and was like, oh, no, this is actually really good. And for whatever reason, when I was watching it and not paying full attention, the wedding seemed like it would dragged on, but really it didn't feel like that when you was actually watching it. Yeah, it's just, it's a big party, and you get you get the Don doing his things in his office. You get the people pleading for the justice that they couldn't get.
Yeah, so I mean, I love the way that you're talking through that, where watching it with your phone the first time, not quite getting it, and then coming back the next time and appreciating it, because this is definitely a movie that you can get scared away from. Like, it's slow, like you got to watch out, but if you're actually like watching it, taking it in, like, it is not at all.
It's not slow. If you're engaged, it's very gripping, and you're in the whole time.
It is an absolute pleasure to watch.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, again, I don't have the frame of reference from like, well, I saw it a long time ago, this is how it's aged, but it didn't feel. I mean, obviously there's things that that are in the movie. It's also supposed to take place in the 40s, on top of the fact that it is old.
Summer of 1945 is where we are set.
Which, okay, another thing I thought that was just really interesting is that the people that were making this movie, it's kind of like nowadays, if we make a movie and we're like, oh, put it in the 90s. And like, people are like, oh, yeah, I remember the 90s. In this case, they're like, put it in the 40s. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, the 40s? Yeah, I remember that. That seems like yesterday, the 40s. Damn, yeah. Not that big of a deal.
Has culture really changed from the 1945 to they were basically doing the same
stuff. Thing, 100%. But I just it was an experience. It didn't seem like it aged. It didn't seem it didn't seem like it aged poorly. Like, it seemed like I was still. Sometimes you watch a movie that's like a great old movie, and some things have just not aged well, or just maybe the pacing is something that we're like, okay, well, maybe back then this was more of something that people weren't used to, so it was a bigger deal and people had more appreciation for it. I will say, as someone that has watched all the mob movies that came after The Godfather and everything like that, I found that it was just as good, which is probably like, wow, what high praise for the best, the highest, most important movie ever made in history. But I mean, it held up very well and was just as engaging.
Yeah, there's this thing that I had heard somebody discuss when they were talking about the movie Back to the Future, because they were discussing in the pre-production of that film when they wanted to set going into the past. And I think initially it was going to be like the 70s, like movie from the 80s, like go back a decade, go back like 15 years or whatever, like or like the 60s or the 70s, some in that area. And they're like, no, make it the 50s, because people are nostalgia for the 50s right now.
Yeah.
And so if he is from the 80s, goes back to the 50s, everyone's be like, this is cool, man.
That's back in the day.
And so that is one reason to do this movie was shot in this year, but we're setting it in this year. The other one is that it does make it timeless. Mm-hmm. Because you're not watching a 1972 movie in 2025 about 1972. You're watching it about 1945, so it can just be a movie. You're not just like, This is just old.
Yeah, there's not any real timely references.
Yeah.
At all, except I mean the war being over, which
You're
I think,
like
yeah.
everything that seems old about it is on purpose. You're like, oh yeah, because this is set in the 40s.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Also, when you're talking about the production meetings for Back to the Future, I have to just mention my favorite John Mulaney bit, which is you've heard
Yes,
this?
yeah. I'm just waiting for you to do it.
Well, I mean, the disgraced nuclear physicist becomes friends with this koi. Is he cool? No, not at all.
Not at all.
He goes back in the future. Oh, and he kills Hitler or something? No, actually, he's gonna try and fuck his mom.
Well, he has to try not to have her want to have sex with him.
Yeah, it's
it's a great bit because
It's
when
such
you
a
explain the plot of Back to the Future, which is a very family friendly, super fun movie,
There's this guy. He's
you're
trying
like,
to rape his
it
mom.
is the most convoluted shit you've ever heard in your entire life. Godfather, not convoluted.
Not convoluted, but I mean, yeah, and that just speaks to movies in the 80s and what they could get away with in the plots, and then we just were like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Like,
Cocaine.
it was
Hell of a drug.
He's a rapist. Later on, he shows up and he's cleaning the car, and he's like, oh, Biff, you old stinker, you get out of here, Biff.
Well, yeah.
No, he totally did. Like, Biff is a bad guy.
He's a very bad guy.
Biff
is not good.
Biff.
No apologies made for Biff.
No.
So yeah, summer 1945, we were at the wedding of Don Vito Corleone's daughter.
My daughter.
Her name's Connie.
Oh, no, that's not a good impression.
No, that's bad. We started off poor. Connie, played by Talia Shire, who is also Adrian from the Rocky films.
Yo.
Talia Shire, not fantastic in this movie, but she does not have to be in a ton of it, except for when she has to scream and cry.
The roles of women in this movie are
Not great.
no, not at all. Not a lot of depth.
No.
They can die right away, or just basically their one note is, okay, either you're just not doing anything, or you're screaming and crying because you can't handle what's just happened, and you're
These
emotionally.
men, we can't control these men.
You killed him, Johnny. You killed him. Oh no. Oh, how could you?
Yeah, the guy that beat you half to death. Connie.
Oh, I love him though. I love him. Yeah, so that's the sad look for women in The Godfather.
Yeah. So Don Vito is taking requests because it's Italian
That's what you do.
tradition that on your daughter's wedding you'll take requests from anybody. So people are lining up to ask Don for some stuff. We also are introduced to Tom Hagen, Sonny, Michael, Kay, Fredo, and then Luca Brasi, a man of few words. Luca Brasi.
He was just really trying to get that phrase down before he goes in there.
That is sneaky,
Don
like
Corleone.
the funniest part of the entire movie.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your wedding day. Hold on, I didn't do it right.
Luca Brasi, not a lot of brains in that
No,
guy.
he's all brawn,
All
baby.
brawn.
Yeah, they made that very clear.
So apparently the actor who plays Luca Brasi, they filmed him while he was practicing his line.
Oh, so that's real.
So that is him actually practicing, and they thought it was so funny because he was like the character, like super nervous about being on camera and stuff like that.
I gotta go talk to Marlon Brando. Shit.
But that's the thing we didn't talk about is because you had mentioned like the convergence of like new stars and old stars.
Yeah.
Like these guys, Pacino, Duvall, Khan, looked up to Brando.
Yeah,
So this movie doesn't get made if Marlon Brando is not in it.
because he was the big star.
He's a huge star.
He's a big star. So it's in movies from the 50s and 60s, right? I mean, all along the waterfront. Tell us a little about the history of Brando before The Godfather, because I don't really know. I mean,
Stella!
yeah, that's what he did. A streetcar
Streetcar
named Desire.
Which I had to read that. I was going to call it a screenplay.
Book?
No, it's a script for a theatrical play.
Like a movie? Okay, whatever. Go on.
Yeah.
One of those novels that you get that's like
not
that
a
comes
novel.
out-
It's a play.
Okay.
It's a play.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good.
Have not seen.
I'm sure I've seen the movie. I've seen that scene. But yeah. Then
I just saw Ned Flanders do it on The Simpsons.
yes.
That's
Yep.
the only reference I have to that.
That's a great Simpsons episode.
It is. Oh man, early
Was that
90s.
Was that a Treehouse of Horror, or was that
No.
just one where they were just doing the movie over? Because
No,
they did the entire movie.
He was doing the play.
He was in A Streetcar Named
He was
Desire.
in the play, and that was like that was just happening, and other
Yeah,
stuff
and
was
Marge
happening.
is playing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Good stuff. We should do a Simpsons podcast.
Oh my God, I would love it.
Our art designer for our podcast artwork, my brother Tim, huge Simpson fan.
Huge. Hey, Simpsons.
There
Good
you go.
show. You should check it out.
Yeah, first 10 seasons.
Yeah.
I'll be like
It's
those.
still going on.
Be like those snobs.
Well, but it's also true. I mean, it's great that it's still on, but who's watching The Simpsons right now? Are people? Apparently they are. I don't know who they are.
We literally just talked about how people still only watch network TV and don't know that the golden age of TV has come and gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild.
It's coming back, though. It's coming back, especially with Alien, the TV series.
That's prestige television, yeah. We'll be covering that at great lengths. There hasn't been a release
Yeah, when
date.
we finally stop covering movies and eventually settle into being TV podcasters.
TV, yeah. Reality TV.
But before we do that, The Godfather. So we get a ton of like iconic, famous stuff in this. The Don, when the nervous guy, I don't know what that character's name is. That's not Luca Brasi. The other nervous guy that asked the request, basically, he wants to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Wants him to take somebody out because he had wronged him.
Yeah.
And I'll do this for you, but there will come a day.
Where I will ask you for something in return.
Yeah.
It's getting a little better.
And that day may never come.
That day may never come. Slowly. By the third movie, the voice will be down, but it's not there yet.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop me.
You get Michael talking to his young, attractive girlfriend, Kay.
Yeah.
Not yet Corleone. Spoiler
Just
alert.
back from the war.
Just back from the war. Fresh
quiet
face.
boy.
Everyone's waiting for him at the wedding. Where's Michael? Where's Michael?
Oh, Michael.
The Don is... You can tell that Michael's his favorite son.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Fredo.
No, yeah, Fredo is the oof,
Black sheep.
Black sheep. for
Black sheep,
sure.
middle child.
Yeah.
Tim knows a little bit of something about that. And then we get a big Johnny Fontaine entrance.
Johnny Fontaine. Will you sing for us, Johnny?
Come on, I couldn't.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, come on. Chris knows how that goes.
I do it all. Oh no, I really shouldn't.
No.
I mean, I guess I do have my guitar in my car. I suppose I could do.
It's tuned right too.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, I'll just do.
No, I was noodling around with this earlier today.
Just 3 songs. I only have one more. So yeah, that happens. He's a star.
We also get Michael is basically like, very interesting. Like, this is kind of the brilliance of the movie, is that Michael is talking to Kay and essentially giving the family dynamics
An exposition
to her.
machine.
Yeah, but it's like done.
It's done well.
It's done so early in the movie that you don't even realize it's happening. But you're like using the information that Michael gives Kay like throughout the rest of the movie to like fill in gaps of knowledge that you don't have.
Yeah, my family kills people if they don't do what they want.
I don't. I did in war, but that's war.
Yeah, that's
what are you
different.
gonna do?
That's patriotic.
I mean, he literally says, "That's my family, Kay. It's not me."
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
want to be a part of it.
Little does he know,
What's coming down the pike? For
it
him.
will be him.
It will be.
Yeah. I mean, and we can talk about it a little bit right now. Essentially, the trilogy is the downfall of Michael Corleone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, spoiler.
Yeah,
Don't spoil it too bad.
This is what we're going to be following for 3 straight movies: the rise and the fall of Michael, who starts off as our fresh-faced war hero,
Yeah.
Coming to his family wedding, talking to his beautiful young girlfriend. This is not me. You never have to worry about this. Sonny is going to take control after the old man, gives it up. I'm just going to be a guy. Like, my family does that stuff. I stay in the peripheral.
Yeah.
And even Vito later on when he's talking to Michael, saying, like, I sent you to college specifically to get an education so that you can, earn a real living, make a real man out of yourself, not be stuck in this, old world crime that we had to, get into as we were, try to make it when we came off the boats from Sicily. I had to do this hard stuff. You get to do the easy stuff now. And, it's the promise that every parent wants to make to their child. I had to do the hard stuff. I want to give you the easy life. Follow the easy path that I have set out for you. And then life complicates it. And Michael has to make choices. And when Michael makes those choices, because he is the son of Don Vito Corleone, he makes those choices to be his father.
What do you think it says about him being a veteran returning from World War II can't be lost as some symbolic meaning of, this person that was, ostensibly an American that came and fought in Europe, fought against Italy and the Axis powers.
Yeah.
And then came back. Okay, you're part of America. You are, you've got the dream, right? Like you served your country.
You won the Noble War.
Yes, you won the Noble War. You're a hero now. You're a hero here in America. You've done the great thing. Yet, pretty soon he learns that, like, oh well, actually life is kind of tough for me. The cops aren't very nice to him. He starts to see that, really maybe that dream is not going to be realized, and he has to go another way.
Yeah. And again, that's the path we're going to be following, and so we'll keep moving through it because we got to get to the choices that Michael makes. The Don is, making his requests. We find out, is the godfather of Johnny Fontaine. So this Johnny Fontaine guy is basically Frank Sinatra. He's a big deal. In Hollywood, making films here and there. He's a big musical star. And Fontaine comes to the Don and says, I need to get this movie. And the producers don't want me, but I got to get it. This is going to make me, like, I'm losing my shine. I gotta get back in a big way. Can you help me land this film? So the Don's got to send his guy. He's sending Tommy Hagen.
I will do this for you.
Yeah. Why can't you be a man?
You act like a man. Great. It doesn't even sound like that doesn't sound like the rest of the Godfather voice.
Well, yeah, that's because Brando's like definitely affecting this weird voice and like literally wearing cotton balls in his mouth so that like he's looks crazy, he sounds crazy. And then anytime that he has to like become menacing, the real Brando comes out, and then he's just screaming at people.
Which isn't often. He doesn't really have to be menacing. He is a man on the decline.
Yeah, but when he goes to those highs, you
can see it's in it.
Everyone in the room goes, oh.
Yeah.
And we'll, in the second movie, get the full backstory of Vito.
Can't wait.
And so we'll talk about that more when we get there. But Tom goes to Hollywood for potentially one of the greatest scenes in movie history because Jack Waltz rules.
Yeah, he really screams. They had to show it 3 times.
He does. So this whole situation obviously culminates in one of the most famous scenes in movie history. The intro when Waltz is like bashing Johnny Fontaine basically and talking about the reason why they're not going to give him this role because it can make him a huge star. Mm-hmm. And we find out that Jack Waltz has a vendetta against Johnny Fontaine because he started dating this girl that Jack Waltz, this creepy
Very old man.
70-year-old man who is definitely...
She wanted someone her own age. Can you believe the gall?
She was the best piece of ass I ever had.
Yeah.
And I've had them all over the world.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And Johnny Fontaine comes in with his olive oil voice.
He's never getting that movie.
He's never getting that pot. And so Tom Hagen basically is like, all right,
I'm fine, man.
all good. And we cut to next day, Jack Waltz. He's like, I told that guy off. Mob's got nothing on me.
Wakes up in his beautiful bed.
He had previously shown Tom Hagen his estate, his rolling estate with his stables and his beautiful thoroughbred horse. He's a champion.
Yeah.
Khartoum. And so he wakes up the next day and finds the head of Khartoum in his bed.
Sleeping with the head of Khartoum. A lot of blood.
So real horse head.
Real.
Some real blood, some fake blood.
PETA was not happy.
The guy who played Jack Waltz was not happy because he did not know it was a real horse head. He thought the entire time
That was a good prop.
The producers in Coppola had told him, like, yeah, we got a prop, no big deal. And the behind the scenes of it all is that Coppola was insane and being like, we got to get a real horse head, and I got a guy. So he like finds.
He will give me a head.
He's got some like Italian butcher on speed dial that he's just like, give me a head.
Yeah.
And he's like, gotcha. So they put a real horse head in there. Part of the shock, part of the screaming is the fact that it is real nasty what he's in bed with.
Do you think he realized it at the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just like Gruber when he gets let go. Didn't...
Oh, yeah, because you guys all remember that.
Yeah.
Famously, we talked about that.
Famously, we did talk about that. We've covered way more movies on this show than I remember.
Yeah, it's very true. So what's next?
So, I mean, this is a lot. So this is kind of like a side quest in the movie because this doesn't have a ton to do with the rest of the movie. It's still iconic, the horse head scene.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
And then we get thrown into an attempt on the Don's life, stopping for some fruit, looking at that fruit, getting gunned down. We find out that the reason for this is that Vito has been approached by the other families in the city, specifically Sollozzo, and they want to get into the drug business. Now, the Don, he's all in for prostitution. That's cool.
Gambling?
Also
good.
Good. Booze.
I love
Fine.
it. I love it.
Love
Give
it.
me all the booze.
Drugs.
Get the hell out of here!
Hard line.
No!
Hard line of drugs.
They're going to be dealing marijuana.
I think it was heroin that he was mostly worried about.
But yeah, no drugs.
And
Can't do it. He's got morals.
Sollozzo, we find this out later, but his guys try to take out the Don, and they think they got the job done. But, 70 bullets, or 7 bullets, 70 is saved for James Caan.
Yeah.
Are fired into him, and you find out that he made it through, and he's in the hospital, and Michael has to go visit him. An amazingly tense scene walking through the hallways as Michael's like trying to figure out, is somebody following me? Why is there not a guard posted at his door? He's supposed to have protection while he's in here.
Also, this is what a hospital looked like in the 40s.
Yeah, it looks like an apartment
Yeah,
complex.
like what the fuck? This isn't sterile at all.
Yeah, it looks like
bad lighting.
It looks like you'd open the door and like someone would just be like making burgers.
Yeah,
on
what the fuck is
their
happening
stove.
here?
Like, oh yeah, no, his bed's down
Yeah,
that way.
all there, whatever. Yeah.
And so, I mean, we're skipping over major chunks of this film, but like he moves his father to a different room so that the guy that he thinks is coming after him ends up going to an empty room and all that sort of stuff. And all of this is essentially setting up Michael saying, I'm with you now, Pop. And he's going to start putting his toe in the water, being in the family business. And he's going to not just put the toe in, he's going to make a cannonball splash.
Yeah, he's gonna kill a guy.
So he presents this to the boys, essentially, the main guys under Don, Hagen, Sonny, all of them, and says, why don't we act like we're going to revisit us getting into the drug business, essentially. We know that McCluskey, who's the Irish cop police, chief of police or whatever, that's in with Sollozzo. He's like, get Sollozzo into a meeting with me. Let's make it look like I'm the one that's scared about being safe and all that sort of stuff. So it's a separate area with people around. And it's essentially setting up this whole situation so that he can't get taken out. Michael can't get taken out, but he would have a pretty easy way if they can set everything up correctly to.
No one will suspect that you hit a gun in the bathroom.
Yeah, it does stress credulity a little bit, but I mean, I suppose it's 1972. It's the first time that they probably tried this one out.
Yeah. It worked. They're like, as long as they pat you down that one time, you're good.
Yeah, it does kind of make McCluskey...
You got to go to the bathroom for a long time? That's fine.
It makes McCluskey and Sollozzo seem like kind of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
That they didn't have at least like a counter to... What happened? This guy really wants to do this meeting and he's taking a lot of control about the location
he's
and
got this
the people that can be there.
Yeah.
But they talk through they make it at a place that doesn't seem like it would be their whatever. The Corleone set it up, and Michael has to make his entry into the family.
Kill him. Drop the gun.
You gotta get up real close. Bada bing! And drop the gun. And he gets reminded of that 4 times.
Yeah, they do tell him that a lot.
Quite a bit.
Don't remember.
Just such good filmmaking here. The pace, everything. When he's coming out of the bathroom, he has the gun. The plan is that he's supposed to, as quickly as possible, just go up, pop, get out. And he sits down, and you're like, fuck, he's going to fucking bail.
Yeah.
They're going to figure it out. And
he doesn't have the cojones to do it.
Pacino he's one of the great facial actors of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And this is before he had to go to that crutch of being an insane person.
Yeah.
And he just, that look when he finally looks up and you see the courage, and then he just fucking goes for it.
See the Pacino eyes.
Yeah.
Woo!
And so this sets off everything that is in the rest of the movie. Michael kills Sollozzo, kills McCluskey, becomes the most wanted man in the city for all intents and purposes. Has to get out. This has been the plan the whole time. This is something Michael can do. He's not even really in charge of anything in the family. We can use him to do this. Send him away.
Get him out of here.
Wait till it blows over. Bring him back. All good. Vito has signed off on this as much as he can as he's laid up in bed. He's sad that his son has to go, but all good. Michael goes to Italy, and the movie kind of rests for a little bit.
Yeah, the old country. We get a little nice landscape, and they really went to Italy.
Yes, so this was another Coppola must-have. I'm sure half of their budget was spent on just filming in Italy, and this was a huge deal for Coppola. He wanted it more than anything else. He's like, we got to go to Italy.
I just really want to go to Italy, you guys.
Everyone's like, dude, we've remade Italy and Hollywood a million times. Just do it there. It'll be fine. And no, it doesn't. I don't personally think that it adds a ton to the film. I'm sure there are many film nerds out there that are like, oh my God, how dare you?
Yeah, the way that the grapes.
50 years later, they probably could have done it anywhere and it would still be as good, but it's kind of a cool part. It's a cool part of the story.
The production story. And let's go to the sequence of events.
Yeah.
He meets this woman Apollonia. He
Is she a woman?
well, no, she's
Girl?
she's
Say
16.
girl.
She's 16-year-old. She's
He meets a girl.
16-year-old when this was shot. When the movie was actually filmed,
Yeah, the actor was 16.
the actress was 16 years old. He meets her. She doesn't say anything. She says, "Oh, I want you to meet that." He has this whole conversation with the father,
Yeah.
and arranges.
But doesn't know that it's his daughter, right?
Not right away, but then they
Because he's
figure it
like,
out.
"Who's this girl?" And
Yeah,
he's
he's
like,
like-
"Oh,
Yeah, but then he works out a deal to get the girl, to marry the girl. He marries the girl. He goes and sees the girl. She gets naked. They have sex, and then she speaks her first line.
yep."
And then that line is very short-lived. It's like, "I'm driving. This is crazy," and then is blown up immediately.
Yep, like Robert De Niro in Casino.
I haven't seen that for a while.
So the movie opens with someone blowing up in a car, and there's a slow motion shot of probably the worst filmmaking that Martin Scorsese has ever done, because the person that is blown out of the vehicle could not look more like a crash test dummy. And then later you find out that it's the Robert De Niro character.
Sharon Stone.
There's some spoilers for the movie Casino.
I always just remember
We're never going to cover it.
what
so.
David Spade said on the Hollywood Minute. He said, "Casino. The first time it was called Goodfellas."
That's great.
Love that.
Yeah, I think I've told you my favorite David Spade joke that I've
What
that
is
I've
it?
heard make the rounds, because it's one of the most horrible jokes ever made, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think he said this on a late night show. He said, John Benet Ramsey without the makeup wasn't that hot."
Oh no.
It's a great joke.
It's not bad. Yeah, David Spade on those the SNL weekend updates. That's where he made his hay.
I'm more of a fan of him from The Emperor's New Groove.
Okay, that's showing your age.
Cusco.
Yeah, I never saw that shit. News Radio? Was
Never
he on
watched it.
News Radio? Yeah, he was.
I don't think so.
Oh wow, I just like had a.
He was on.
Oh, he was on Just Shoot Me.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was on Just Shoot Me. There was
What a
another
90s
sitcom.
name for a sitcom. Just Shoot Me. I'm over it already.
The Godfather. Where were we? Oh, we were in Italy, and like Michael in Italy, we were just chilling
hanging
until Apollonia gets blown up, and then he has to come back to America because he's so sad, and
Enough time is
enough time has passed, so we gotta
Well,
check.
and they
we gotta
were-
check in on the rest of the family.
and-
We're back in America, but we gotta check in on the rest of the family. What are they up to? And usually, what they're up to is Sonny is going crazy.
just having some big rage, biting his fist.
Yeah, he also met a lovely woman at the wedding
Yeah.
that he is having a torrid affair with.
Yeah.
And there's more.
One of his whores.
There's more in the book on that if you'd like to read it.
Yeah, salacious.
Very. We also find out that Talia Shire's husband that she marries in the opening of the movie, not a great guy. Not going well. His name's Carlo. And he has been beating Talia Shire up decent amount, and Sonny is sick of it. Good older brother. Hey, I fully, as an older brother of a sister, fully approve of what Sonny does here. Sees Carlo in the street after his sister comes crying to his home, and he finds him and does not land the first punch.
Fake hits him a bunch.
Fake hits him a number of times,
Yeah, that was noticeable. for
kind of
me.
like the curb stomping in The Irishman.
Oh, I don't remember that.
So there's a famous scene in The Irishman, the movie that is 6 years old.
Okay, yeah.
Where Robert De Niro is de-aged, but it does not look
I hate it.
like he is de-aged
And
at
he's
all.
got blue eyes.
And he is curb stomping a man in the street like he is 25 years old, but he looks and acts like he's 80. Because it is
Oh, man, I
an
wanna see
80-year-old man
Hey,
curb
take this,
stomping
buddy.
a man like he is a young man.
I can't stand the de-aging. And they make Pacino Joseph McCarthy. And you get Pacino going in and out of a Chicago accent.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sonny beats up Carlo, and this does not go well for him because what this does is it shows a weakness in Sonny, who is now, for all intents and purposes, taken over the Corleone family. And
He's a hothead.
yes, so the other families find out about this, and they're like, well, if we can get this Carlo guy on our side, Sonny is weak. So they create this whole plan where they're going to have, Carlo do something to the sister again. Sonny's going to find out. We know the exact route that he's going to take as soon as he hops in his car. We know he's not going to come with anybody else because he's going to be in such a manic state that he's going to basically tell everyone, fuck off, I'm going to go take care of this. And he gets to the infamous toll booth. And then is shot a billion times.
So many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he dies.
He definitely dies.
He definitely, unlike his father, who gets shot multiple times and lives, Sonny does not.
You can't take 70.
And the Don is just heartbroken. They killed my boy.
I can't stand the fact that
What is that, Cartman? Did Cartman?
hey, you guys, what's up? It's me. It's
Carmen doing the accordion.
It's me, the Godfather. Yeah, what's up, you guys?
You're like a bad stand-up that's doing impressions, doing the introduction. All right, everybody. So this one is Don
Andy
Corleone, played by Eric Cartman.
I'm gonna make you happy conversation. You can't refuse, you guys.
I was doing the Chappelle mic hit for those of you not in the room, which is my favorite thing that a comedian does after telling a joke ever.
That's good.
I like when comedians laugh at their own joke. Chappelle laughing and then beating the mic on his leg is the best. So the Don decides to, in all of his rage and disappointment over the death of his son, he's like, you know what this means? We got to talk to all the families. We got to have a sit-down conversation. This is not violence for violence like we did last. Well, he knew that they had started the violence. Michael had started it all off, though he was shot first. But who shot who first? Not for us to deal with. Vito comes in. Another huge Brando scene where he's talking to all the families. You can tell that everyone there basically respects him more than any of the other leaders of the family. And it's basically the Don compromising and saying, I guess we're going to do this drug thing. If it keeps the people from getting killed, we got to do it.
We're gonna sell drugs, you guys. It's me, the Godfather. Stop, relax, kitty. My pot pie.
And now the most confused that Chris has been about this movie.
What's up?
When does Michael marry Kay?
Oh, yeah.
Not shown, but Michael,
Off screen. I was on my phone.
after returning
Old habits die hard.
from Italy, randomly shows up at Kay's school
Yeah.
where she is a teacher and is like, I'm back.
I can't be alone, baby. The last one just blew up in a car, and I am single and cannot be alone. You showed interest in me before. Let's do it.
There you go. And so she
That's how
becomes
relationships work.
she becomes Kay Corley. Yeah, in the 40s it used to just be like you pick the wife.
Yeah. Yeah, you.
You
Right there.
We've known each other for a couple years, right?
You do it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it was a simpler time.
Make me some kids.
Yeah. It was just simpler.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, those were the days.
Get home, beat your wife, Then her brother comes, beats you up.
Yeah, which is justice.
You go to another mob boss, have him killed.
Yep. And all your wife does is go, ah!
Then his younger brother slowly but surely kills every single other person that you had teamed up with and then kills you.
Men are just violent animals and
Not
women
good.
are hysterical.
So the Don, after, being coerced essentially into selling these drugs, knows he's old, knows he wants to get out of the business. He wants to be a grandfather, playing werewolf in the garden with his grandson.
No, I'm going to always do Cartman now.
I just want to play vampire with you guys. Carl. Carl. Oh, no. No. I'm dying, you guys.
So we get Vito Corleone, who is now grooming, in the good way, Michael to become the next Don of the family.
The good group.
I never wanted this for you.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be better than this.
Supposed to be better than this. There we go. That's I got to find ways to get into that.
And the first thing that Michael does when he basically takes control of the family is he sidelines Tom Hagen, Duvall, who has been kind of the steady rock, the confidant, the consigliere for the family.
Just shuts him down.
He's like, Tom, you're out. You're not a wartime consigliere, and we are in wartime right now. And one of my favorite things, one of my favorite things that people that act like they're in the mob but aren't actually in real life, which is more people that I've run into than Chris apparently.
Yeah.
They love saying this is not personal, it's strictly business.
Strictly business.
And they also like telling people that they're not wartime consiglieres.
Really?
Yeah. That's
What
a burn, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You ever go up to some dude that you're like, I bet you that guy's really into the mob? Tell him he's not a wartime consigliere.
He will get pissed.
Oh, he'll show you a wartime consigliere.
Yeah, he'll take his scarf face pants off and beat your ass.
Yeah. Michael also is like,
Pants off.
we got to get Fredo in the game here.
Yeah,
So-
Fredo, that's a weird choice.
So they're like, Fredo, go to Vegas. We're gonna start up we're gonna get in the casino business. We're gonna get some real, not dirty money into this business. We're gonna become legit. So I need you to go see a guy named Mo Green.
He's legit as fuck.
And Mo Green is fucking legit.
He is.
But
Fredo can't stop banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. You think Fredo's really just wow? Fredo's got pull.
John Cassell, the man whose forehead never stops.
Yeah, whoa. I mean, I guess it was a different time.
Yeah. Again, like Jack Waltz before, they're like, do you know how great that Jack Waltz scene is? Let's just do it again with a different character.
Yeah.
And his name is Mo Green.
Just really sell for us.
Mo Green is fantastic. Mo Green also dies in the single stupidest scene in this entire movie. We'll get to it later.
Okay.
But essentially, Mo Green has to go through the same thing that Jack Waltz had to go through, which is like, initially, I'm going to refuse the family and them basically being like, we're going to buy you out. I don't want to be bought out. We're going to buy you out. And he finds out the hard way what it's like to say no to the Corleones.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. We're back. Don Vito's in the garden playing werewolves with his grandson. He collapses, and the Don is dead.
The Don is dead. I didn't see that coming.
It's
brutal.
brutal.
Knowing nothing. Where's the? Okay.
There we go. Knowing nothing about these movies, I was like, oh yeah, Marlon Brando. He's probably sticks around for all the movies. He's in all of them. And I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. I haven't seen 2, but or 3. But yeah, he dies, and obviously very symbolic that he's playing a monster, yet trying to play with his child. He's a monster.
Exactly.
Family's important.
Well,
Yeah.
and that his grandson is initially afraid of him.
Yes.
Because of the change, because he's like, oh, my grandpa, and then he puts the fangs on, and he's like, whoa, I don't like this guy.
It's hard to talk.
I also got cotton balls in my mouth, and then this shit too.
This is an insane accent that you're working.
I don't know. It's fine. That's fine. That's the joke for this episode.
There you go.
I'm gonna work on it. Next time you're gonna be like, "Is that Vino Corleone in the room?" Sounds like he's right here on the podcast.
It sounds like he's.
It sounds like he's right here, you guys. Don't be afraid of me, young boy. Respect my authority.
Come a little closer.
That sucks. Yeah, he dies, and
tough.
it's sad.
It
and
is heartbreaking.
He just starts coughing. I guess. I mean, the kid, that poor fucking traumatized child in the garden.
I've always that little like water shooter.
Yeah,
dart-
what? That's old as hell.
I mean, they've essentially turned that into like that used to be what water guns were, where you'd have like the press
like
at the end and
something
then you just
you used
shoot
to,
it
like-
in people's faces.
You paint or like a cocker.
Yeah, it does look like a cocker.
Yeah.
Cocker, barely know her.
That sounds like a job for Sonny.
Yes,
Sonny was a cocker.
he was, but he needed the right size to make it fit, make it work. Let's read the book.
Yeah.
So we now, after the Don has died, Michael fully taken over, and we get to one of the most cold-blooded, one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history. We get to
The baptism?
the baptism.
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hoo-wah.
Hooah! He's got a great ass.
It's funny because Pacino in this scene does get asked if he renounced the devil and all of his evil works, and then later on plays the devil
Mm-hmm.
in the movie
The Devil's Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate.
Look, but don't touch.
Touch, but don't taste.
Whoa, Keanu Reeves.
Whoa,
This is
what's going
crazy.
on?
I'm the devil.
He has a crazy name in it that's like obviously he's the devil. It's not so famously. De Niro also played the devil in another film about the devil. Do you know what his name? De Niro's character's name in the film that he played the devil.
What is it?
Louis Cypher.
Love that. Clever.
Hell of a name. So yes, the baptism scene. Michael is literally becoming a godfather as he
Hell
is
yeah.
becoming the godfather for his sister's first child.
Yes.
While this is happening, we know that an elimination of the heads of the other 5 families are being enacted.
Massive hit.
And it is cut between the baptism going on in the cathedral and where the hits are being taken place across America. The Barzinis, the Taglias, and
The zucchinis.
the eggplants,
You
the
know,
Parmesan,
Hey.
the
gabagool.
arugulas.
It's okay. Italian. It's fine.
Italian racism.
It's fine.
We've gotten over
We're
it.
fine with that.
Yep.
We always were okay with it.
Well,
Well, I don't know.
I
I
think
don't know.
there's some bad parts.
Disclaimer, I don't know what I'm talking about at all.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just don't know.
If you watch Gangs in New York, you can see some white racism that's not great.
Bill the Butcher.
That's a kill.
Man, that's another Daniel Day is just going for it.
I mean, he's
baby.
essentially trying out for Daniel Plainview
yeah,
in that
he's not
movie.
quite there. It's like
Not
I'm
quite.
quite gravelly.
I don't know. I can't do it.
He's not quite there yet.
Not quite.
With H.W. My boy. Bastard in a basket.
I buried my boy.
I've abandoned my child.
All right. People are like, "What the fuck is going on down there?" We're in Luke's apartment recording this, sitting on couches.
Watching the Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep. Not going so good for the Wolves.
Not great.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I mean, one of the greatest scenes in movie history, the baptism scene. We get to Mo Green's death, which is him sleeping and then getting shot in the head, but it's through his eyeglasses.
Oh yeah,
and it makes the smallest hole.
that's really dumb. Yeah,
It's so stupid. He gets shot through the eye and like barely bleeds.
but I bet at the time they're like, this is gonna be an amazing special effect.
It's incredible. It looks so terrible. It's the worst part of this movie. If I was Coppola, I would be rolling in my not yet ready grave.
He's had a hard life.
Yeah, he should probably die for his own sake, but you know, I don't like to wish that on people. But
He saved himself when he made Jack with Robin Williams.
hell of a movie. Really showing the full breadth of Robin Williams' acting ability.
100%.
Carlo is also killed in the aftermath of this by Michael because he knows that he is responsible for Sonny's death and has basically just been being nice to him for a couple years in the meantime. Or I don't even know if it's years, but in the amount of time since.
In the interim, they choke him.
And so all this happens. Michael is now fully ensconced. He's the leader. He's done, you know, the most cold-blooded thing he possibly can. He's essentially taken out the heads of all the families. Corleone's full takeover.
Started war.
Well, he essentially ended the war.
Yeah.
And this beautiful, bright, shining beacon of hope, this hero, has now become the most feared man in a city and a notorious crime lord.
Yeah, he's the full turn.
And I mean, he's also now ensconced in the drug business, so he can't be like his dad, who was too good for being a drug dealer. He is the full thing. He is also killing people in his own family. He's killing his brother-in-law and Carlo, not Carlos. And this is kind of, well, it helps to add to the breaking point is when Kay asks Michael if he was responsible for Carlo's death near the end of the movie. And Michael says, "Don't ask me about my business."
And you'll never guess what happens. She gets hysterical.
Yeah, she's not happy with that answer.
The fifth time that happens with a character.
I mean, we all know how these women are, Chris.
How can you do it?
You've gotten home after a hard day and just been like, hey, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I mean,
Your puny woman mind.
No.
All the pressures of being a man.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's tough. And we get this iconic shot as we pull away from Kay's perspective, looking across the house into the open door of Michael's office, where he looks like his father of old, standing in front of his desk, shaking the hands of these other powerful men.
Beautiful
as they
symmetry.
plot and they scheme. Yeah. And
looks just like the beginning.
Here we are. And this movie comes out in 1972. There's only this book, and what's going to happen? It's such a huge success that they got to make another one.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out Coppola had another fantastic movie in the series in him, Godfather 2, which we will cover next time.
That's right.
Chris, let's get into our awards for
Yes.
El Godfatherino.
That's right.
Which is how you say it in Italian.
That's right. Everyone knows that.
Everyone who knows Italian knows that.
El Godfatherino. Bada bing.
Say it was smart.
The spaghetti.
Chris, what is your favorite scene from Godfather?
It's
Part
got to
one.
be. It's the baptism.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good scenes, but that one, that just stands out. So well done. It's like that, and it's so cool because a very good movie, obviously a great movie that has a lot of really great scenes, but then saves that, the truly best scene for the very end, like kind of a finale type situation. Like all the hits are going off, like the fireworks at the end, just like one after another, boom, boom, boom. Good stuff.
Fantastic. I'm going to go with the dialogue scene between Michael and Vito. Essentially the I never wanted this for you.
Your wife is UK.
Because it is that fantastic midpoint of the movie. Yes, Michael has already killed the people. He's gone to Italy. He's lost a wife. And it's a father looking at the tragedy of his son, who he knows is never going to have the life that perfect life I was talking about before that he wanted for his kid. He's seen him have to go through all this pain, all this trauma already. And he knows that as soon as Michael takes over, because of what he's had to go through in his life, he's like, and it's not going to get any better.
Also, passing the torch.
Passing the buck in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he dies of natural causes after getting shot multiple times, but like it's tough to like, especially when it's your youngest boy. He's your beautiful little boy.
My beautiful boy.
You know, it's Sonny was ready for this. He was the hothead. He wanted it. He was the violent one, and Michael was supposed to be the good boy.
Yeah.
And
also
Fredo was supposed to be banging cocktail waiters 2 at a time.
Yeah, he's had a rough life. The symbolism too of like the old Hollywood passing off to the new, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially why the Johnny Fontaine character is in there. He is, the new hot, fresh Hollywood calling in favors to get roles in movies, and then like what people that do actual work have to do to get these pretty people their fame and fortune behind the scenes. Yeah, it's tragic. It's why we love these movies, is because they're tragic in the best possible ways. And I think that dialogue scene, and then obviously the baptism scene with that full culmination. Do you have a favorite performance from the movie, Chris?
Well, it's between Luca Brasi and Al Pacino, but I'll give it.
Don Corleone.
He memorized those lines. He got them. And it was clearly a tough job.
Thank you for inviting me on this most special of days.
He's what a goofy brute.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about the death of Luca Brasi. Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, which one of my favorite things to remark on in this movie is the fact that the guy brings the bulletproof vest with the dead fish wrapped inside of it, and drops it on I think it's Tom Hagen's lap or someone's lap.
And then the messenger,
and then somebody explains what the metaphor is, even though the metaphor is supposed to be so known that you can just simply put in Luca Brasi's bulletproof vest a dead fish to symbolize that he has been killed.
But instead,
but someone has to say it out loud.
So it would be like, "What the fuck is this? It's a fish? That's his vest? I didn't even know."
No. Chris.
I don't
Luca
know
Brasi sleeps with the fishes. You get it?
Oh.
It's a dead fish.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
his bulletproof vest.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know. I didn't know what his bulletproof vest's like. I don't look at that thing all the time. He's got it under his big ass coat.
That'd be hilarious if the guy was like, "Oh shit, that's his vest. He's been looking for that for years, man.
Damn it.
It was at the bottom of a river."
Yeah, the guy just didn't get it at all. Wait. So his vest was with the fish? I don't understand this.
You bought it at a fishmonger's?
Help me understand.
No, Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
So he's like sexually into fish?
No, he's dead.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I was not expecting that. So it's between Luca Brasi and Mo Green.
Mo Green, you'll never buy me out, baby. I'll go with I mean, whatever. Pacino is like the going chalk, which is fine. I mean, I like James Caan.
It's an incredible performance.
Yeah, you gotta give it to the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I haven't been able to talk about him because he hasn't been on any movie that we've done so far. I love James Caan so much. If James Caan is in something, I'll watch it. I actually really like his son, Scott Caan, too, who has been relegated to being in horrible, like he's in Hawaii Five-0, I think is probably the thing that he's been in the most. He was in Entourage for a little bit. That's where I first saw him. Exactly. And
my mind is going. No, remember that? Okay.
I remember everything about that show. He wrote and directed a movie. I believe it's called
Kings Boulevard.
Misery. something like that.
Wait, he wrote Misery?
His dad was in Misery. I don't think it's actually called Misery.
So you're telling me a baby wrote Misery?
He did.
The Stephen King novel book?
Yes.
Okay.
That his father appeared in.
Yeah.
With Kathy Bates, an Oscar performance or winning performance.
She won that?
I believe so.
That? Interesting.
No, so Scott Conn wrote this movie. It's a love story, tragic love story, and it's fantastic. I think I've recommended it to you before, but Scott Conn,
He
he did one good thing. I love his dad. I love Sonny. Unfortunately, he dies, but Sonny's great. Bada bing.
Bada bing indeed.
MVP of widely considered one of the greatest movies of all time.
I guess
Francis Ford Coppola.
yeah, probably. I mean, you could say like, well, Brando, because he like got it done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he and like his presence was kind of maybe put.
I think we've understated how good Brando is in.
Yeah, we
this
didn't.
movie.
Neither of us gave it to him at all. He wasn't even mentioned in the MVPs. Great American actor, like famous. And I was telling you like, oh, I haven't seen most of his work because I just haven't, and clearly I have a lot of movie blind spots. But the only thing that I had ever seen him in was The Island of Dr. Monroe, which is arguably like his work.
Moreau.
Monroe.
Yeah, not the actor and model Marilyn
Monroe. Yeah, whatever.
Monroe.
Monroe, like bone marrow.
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Moreau. Yeah, whatever.
Fusing animals and humans together.
Crazy.
Yep.
Val Kilmer, Brando.
There's a Rick and Morty episode
Really?
very similar to it.
Amazing story on a troubled production about that movie.
Yes.
Really good. But I saw that when it came up. But anyway, my point being is he was, and then people were saying that shortly after this phase, the 70s, like by the mid 70s, he was like no good anymore.
Well, I mean, he's
What happened to him?
currently, even while he was shooting this movie, weird as fuck.
Yeah.
What essentially happened is he got ridiculously famous and then lost his mind.
Okay.
But he developed method acting essentially.
Oh yeah, that's what someone. Yeah, that's right.
And
That's what
so-
someone told me.
That's why he was like a hero to so many of these actors. Is like he developed this whole new acting style. It was no more like these theater guys that were like Shakespeare trained and stuff like that just moved into the movies. Brando was like, I'm gonna be an American movie actor, and this is what American movie actors do to be in the movies. And
Okay,
like
wow.
you create your character. Like, I don't need some stupid writer telling me what to do. I am the actor. I will become this character. And so yeah, I mean, and he's like full on lost his mind, and famously doesn't accept his Oscar
for the movie.
for this movie. Has some Native American lady come up and do it.
People were pissed.
People were not happy.
Yeah.
Also, Pacino, not happy that he had to sit through the Oscar ceremonies for both the first movie and the second movie and never win a goddamn thing.
No. When did he win? Scent of a Woman?
Scent of a Woman.
Okay, yeah, later. Okay.
Ooh-ah!
Ooh-ah, indeed. Oh, okay, so that's the Oscars of it all, the Brando. Yeah, so I mean, either one. Why don't I'll just say that I just said let's go with my pick being Brando for the reasons just mentioned. How about you?
Sure. I'll go Francis Ford Coppola.
The Wine Man.
Yeah, the winemaker, famously.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, if it wasn't for the wine, he wouldn't have been able to make a lot of movies.
Nope.
Because he had to sell that bad boy to make Megalopolis.
huge blockbuster. Sophia Coppola's in this movie as a baby. She's the baby in the.
She is the baby in the baptism scene. She also
Yeah.
famously appears in the third movie and is largely considered the worst person actor to ever be in any of the Godfather movies.
Is she? She's not in Bram Stoker's Dracula that he did, right?
I don't think so.
I think, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't think he is either. I think there was something like maybe he wanted her to be the Winona Ryder part, but people were like, no way.
Yeah, and then she became, to Chris, a middling director herself.
She's
to
good.
Me, a fantastic director.
She's a great director.
Middling.
What?
I feel like you've said middling.
No, I really liked that one movie that she has that isn't as famous. Anywhere? Is that it? I don't know. But it has a Stroke song in the soundtrack.
Oh,
and
that'll do
it's
it.
scored by Phoenix, her husband, Thomas Mars, lead singer of Phoenix.
The Bird?
No, the band, Phoenix. You know the band Phoenix?
No.
Oh, like 1901, like
I know that year.
1901. Falling. Okay,
That
whatever.
sounds like every song that was released between 2005 and 2010.
Okay, whatever.
Is that the White Stripes?
No, it's fucking Phoenix. Phoenix they were called the Soft Strokes, by some magazine. But they had
No, I know what song you're talking about.
Oh, you're just pulling my leg. 1901.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that was on one of the Madden soundtracks. Yeah.
There it is.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, anyways, so I like Sophia Coppola. Fucking awesome. I've seen him live twice. The lead singer, he was standing on my hand.
He's married to Sophia Coppola?
Yep.
Or they were involved?
I think they're married, and I think yeah, 100%.
Quite a looker.
Yeah.
Her, not him. I don't know what he looks like.
He's not too bad himself.
All right, I suppose. Well, kind of only have to be rich at a certain point.
Yeah. Thomas Mars, he's French.
Oh.
Yes. Oui.
That's why you like him.
Oui.
Yeah.
I like French.
I like that you're referencing something that no one else will get.
Oui. Okay, quiet as a mime.
He's referencing a bit character.
That's not really well known, even by fans of the show.
Nope.
That's okay. It's whatever. It's a word. Okay. So, okay, we've done the MVP.
Done the MVP. We
Score.
are now to our scores and overall thoughts on, again, one of the greatest movies of all time, The Godfather.
All right, so I'll start. I'm glad I watched this movie.
Yeah.
It was worth it. No, it's I mean, it's very, very good. I mean, literally, it's great. It was funny that I had put it off for so long, and I was watching it, and I think I texted you. I was like, wow, you know what? Actually lives up to it. Pretty damn good. So yeah, let's just give it like a 9.1 and call it a day.
Get out of here. Yeah, this is like the scariest part of the show for me, because then I have to like now fully give my Godfather thoughts.
Yeah. Very serious.
It's good.
Yeah.
But it's
It's
also
quite rather good.
It is, but it also is not something that I go out of my way to necessarily watch. It is not one of my 10 favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I was about to say I appreciate it for what it is, but that's like very dismissive. I definitely, anytime I watch this movie, enjoy it thoroughly. There's so many great things from it. I probably quote it more than I realize. It's going to be like a 8.7, which seems like a really low score.
Oh my God.
But
you hate The Godfather.
it is such a fantastic movie. It's just never going to be, like I said, one of my 10 favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I think I almost gave The Assessment an 8.7 yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out to The Assessment. Awesome movie. Yeah, then
Any film that I have given over a 9 is probably in my top 10 to 20 favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
And I think I could list 20 movies that I like more than The Godfather.
Yeah. I'm just doing it because it seems like the right thing to do.
It does seem like the right thing to do.
It is really good. It's really good, you know?
This is also the one that
have reverence for the classic.
This is also the movie of the trilogy that I've watched the most.
Okay.
I've probably seen this movie 10 times. I've maybe seen Godfather 2 twice.
Some people say it's better.
Some people do.
We'll find out.
I personally don't think it is, but maybe this time around, who knows?
G2 coming up.
G2.
G2, baby.
It's like the new more watery Gatorade. Do you remember when they made G2?
Yeah, kind of. There's so many G's.
So like Gatorade used to have like 40 grams of sugar in it. Like it used to just be like a sugar salt drink.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it was designed for.
Electrolytes.
And then like
You needed diet Gatorade.
Essentially other stuff came into the market
Powerade.
and realized that it was like, what if we made this a little healthier? More people are going to buy it. So they came out with G2, and all G2 was just watered down whatever the flavors were before. You would get like the lemon lime flavor, and you're like, oh, this is just watered down lemon lime. And I don't think it went over very well. I think it was like the new Coke flavor when they switched that. And then had to switch back.
Do you remember Crystal Pepsi? You don't.
Yeah, I've had.
You
a
do?
Crystal Pepsi. Yeah,
I
I
feel like
remember specifically.
You must have been like 2 years old.
Check this out. I remember specifically that I had heard about it.
Oh yeah.
I was golfing with my friends, and we were like 12 or whatever. Yeah, because we would do that because we're athletes.
Yeah, it's fine. Because like I feel like it came out when I was 12.
I'm sure it continued to exist.
For a short shelf life for Crystal Pepsi, it came and went. Okay.
Regardless, I think they brought it back in the 2000s.
Maybe.
I think they re-released it or whatever. So I was at this golf course and they had it.
Yeah.
So I remember that specifically, having Crystal Pepsi at a golf course.
I like to call it Pepsi Cristal.
It would be a different flavor if it was
Maybe.
Pepsi Cristal.
It's just all the way you perceive it.
Yeah, not terrific, but kind of a fun thing that it's clear and still tastes like cola.
They're like, yeah, look at this.
But now I can literally get any like Mio type thing that you squirt into water that's clear and provides many other kinds of flavors.
Yeah, you sure can. Crystal Pepsi was, when it came out, the Van Halen song "Right Now" that was used. It was like this is the future was the idea that they were trying to promote, and then people were like,
the future is no color dyes.
Yeah, it was like, this is Crystal Pepsi, like
no artificial coloring.
It was go and watch YouTube commercials for Crystal Pepsi from like, I don't know, the 90s, early 90s, and it was very serious. It's like, this is gonna change the fucking world. And then people were like,
I mean, that's kind of just marketing 101.
Yeah, maybe.
Since the dawn of time.
Maybe. I like silly marketing. I like all those insurance commercials. Come on. Who decided one day
a caveman can do it?
So the Progressives, the Geicos,
do you remember the Budweiser, the frogs, the Bud? Why?
Of course.
Sir.
Of course.
Man, kids these days, they just don't know.
They don't know how good they had it.
So another fun story from Luke's childhood. So my mom had on VHS taped the Packers Super Bowl victory over the Patriots in the 1996-97 season of the NFL. So I would rewatch that thing over and over again, and it was like the Packers won the Super Bowl every year when I was a kid.
That's awesome.
And all the old commercials are part of it. And I'm sure if I could find that,
I would love that.
That VHS has got to be somewhere, but I know for a fact that the Frogs Budweiser commercial was played during the Packers Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was probably right when it came out. And there was a time too when that was, so that became a thing, and then they would repackage the Frogs. So they'd be like, okay, maybe it came out in 95. Well, 96 we'll do the Frogs, but they'll like be in Mexico, and it'll be a slight variation of the Frogs you know and love.
Do you know what's one of the simplest but best commercials is the one that Corona does over Christmas all the time, where they have the palm tree that lights up with the Christmas lights, and it's just that still.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's the power of marketing. Don Draper taught us all about that.
It's a carousel because it comes back around. Your memories come back around.
Buy the world a Coke, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. On that note,
we'll buy 2 more movies in this franchise, and then we're only covering TV the rest of the way out.
Straight TV. Mad Men rewatchables.
That may or may not be true, but we're bracing you for that impact. But we will be giving you the next 2 Godfather movies coming up. It might be another month from now, but
who knows?
We'll figure it out. We're back. Better than ever. That's The Godfather. Thanks, Chris.
See you later.